You're listening to the Dave and Beck Show.
Bek and Dave.
You're making this difficult. I'm Dave.
And I'm Bek. David.
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back. It's
you were
I wish
gone.
I could say it's good to be back.
You were gone what felt like 3 months.
I get that a lot.
Forgot what you looked like. In fact, when I saw you again, I was like, oh my God, who is this guy?
Got a little bit of a tan.
Yeah, a little bit of a tan.
Little
You're also
sun.
growing some facial hair.
Well, that happens every time.
Every time what?
I shave once a week.
Okay.
So today's normally my shave day, but
Oh, is
because
it? Oh.
I'm still on vacation, sort of,
Oh.
I didn't shave. So.
Yeah. How much did you miss all of us?
The fans, 100%.
And
That's where it
the
ends.
co-host?
That's about it.
Well, I kind of missed you, just as a smidge.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about my vacation.
Yeah.
I went out to, we went to Charleston, South Carolina for a little bit.
You copycatter. That's
Charleston?
exactly where. Oh,
No, you went to
just
Myrtle
said South
Beach.
Carolina. Never mind.
But and then
I thought that was gonna be a besties moment.
but then I did go to Myrtle Beach, which is where you
You
went.
fucking copycatter.
But but when we got there, at our hotel, one of the nights we were staying there, our HVAC unit started making this loud buzzy noise
Oh.
at like 11:30 at night,
Oh.
and
So it awoken you from your slumber?
no, it's like I walked out and I was like, Holly, do you hear that? And she was like, what? I don't hear anything. I'm like, I hear this like loud buzzing noise. Anyway, needless to say, about 30 minutes later, well, maybe an hour, I don't know. I guess it must happen about midnight. So 30 minutes later, about 12:30, knock at the door, person from the front desk or whatever.
Concierge.
Yeah, she's like, she's like, I'm sorry, but do you all hear like a loud humming noise? Because the people on the 24th floor, because we're on the 25th.
Oh
Yeah.
Subtle brag.
I mean,
Out of how many floors? 1,000?
26.
Dang.
I know.
Wow, Dave. Fancy and sophisticated while you're on
said-
vacation.
I said, give me the second highest floor. I don't want to come across as,
Sure.
high class.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
On the Titanic, you're like the second level then. Like,
right,
you
I'm the
wouldn't
one who's
wanna be-
I live.
Yeah, you
26th
live.
floor, fire happens, you're fucked, right? Like 25th floor, you got a chance. You know? But anyway, so
She knocked on your door at 12:30 at night?
12:30 at night, knocked on my door and was like, the 24th floor is complaining that they hear a humming noise. Have you heard it? And I said, yeah. I said, I think it's the HVAC unit because when the HVAC unit cut off, the humming noise quit. But then when it kicked back on, it started making the noise again.
Yeah.
But it had like just started, but it was hanging around,
Oh. Was it
Anyway.
obnoxiously loud?
It was.
Oh.
I thought. I don't think Holly noticed. But anyways, the kids were sleeping. So what happens next? Well, shut the door. About 5 minutes later.
Did you ask them to come in and have a drink or anything?
No, I didn't ask. But 5 minutes later, they cut off my HVAC.
Oh.
Okay, now it's like 90 degrees outside.
Oof,
Okay.
Yeah.
They cut off my HVAC, and then they turned the heat on.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Because I was like, Holly, I was like, do you smell that? And she was like, no, what? Because she's like laying in bed trying to fall asleep.
Right,
I'm like,
you keep
I
waking
smell
her
like
up.
smoke. But
God.
it's that smell like when you first
Like
turn the
burning,
heat on.
Yeah, like it's burning the dust or whatever kind
Yeah,
of in it.
yes, that, yeah. So I was like, then I walked over to the thermostat and it had heat. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm hitting off, didn't matter, running heat
Shit.
for like just a few minutes or so,
Yeah.
okay? And then it cut off completely. They did not turn it back on to cool.
Oh.
So I laid in bed and I said to Holly, I said, we better just fall asleep as quickly as we can because it's going to get hot in here if they don't turn the HVAC back on.
Yeah.
I think what happened was our unit froze up and the condenser or something. I started Googling because I couldn't fall asleep now.
Nothing's worse too when you're too hot to fall asleep. That is my nightmare.
Yeah.
I hate
know.
that.
I know. Minnesota over here, 50 degree, turn the air down. Well, Holly turns the air down to 64 and apparently she was, I guess the HVAC didn't like that because it was running all the time and it just froze up. Well, anyway, I guess maybe it's an older unit too, you know, but they eventually about an hour hour and a half maybe, kick the HVAC back in, and that's when I was able to fall asleep. So about 2 in the morning.
Jeez.
Then the next morning, I get up. We go out. We're ready to go out, do some stuff.
Yeah.
We go to the elevator. All 4 elevators were down.
Oh, shit. And you're on the 20th.
This is not a lie.
You're on the 25th floor, and all the elevators are down.
And all the elevators are down, right? So
what is this, a Motel 6?
No, this is a Marriott.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I'm hitting a button, and the button doesn't light up. It lights up for a second when you push it, but then it goes off.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Is the elevator's broken? And then all of a sudden, this phone near the elevators rings.
Did you answer it?
Yeah. I walked over. I said, hello? He said, sir, we're sorry. All the elevators are down.
Wait, you actually answered the phone?
Yeah. I figured it was ringing for me. There was a camera like right there. Probably seen me hit the button 20 times, looking around like, what the hell?
I never would have answered the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
They would have been like, why isn't this freaking woman answering the damn phone?
I would have been like, I don't work here.
It's a service phone, too, because it says, like, pick up if you need assistance.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't like just some.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Makes more sense.
So, yeah. So we're like, okay, we're going to go down. Or they said the manager's going to come up on the service elevator and get you all.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay.
Right.
She said, just go over near room 2510 or something. It's near the housekeeping area, and he's going to come get you. I said, okay. I tell Holly, we walk over, we wait, and we wait. Then all of a sudden this other family comes out, and they're hitting the button, and then the phone rings, and they pick up the phone, and then they come over and join us. Okay? The husband of that family said, I'm just going downstairs. He just took off and left the family.
Oh, my God.
The 2 kids were like with the mom, and they're like, come on, let's just take the stairs. And she's like, no, we can just wait for the elevator. And they're like, well, I'm going to take the stairs. So they took the stairs.
Oh.
Okay, different stairs than the father. So the father took the stairs in the north end. The kids took the stairs in the south end. Okay? The mom is sitting here with us for like a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's like, God, it's taking a while. She was like, maybe I should just, I said I would just go. Because I said, we got a stroller.
Oh,
I was like, I got to wait for the elevator. I'm not carrying a stroller down 25 flights. So so she goes.
Yeah.
And we wait. And we wait. So I walk back over the phone.
I was about to say.
And I pick that baby up, and it rings, and she's like, hello, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you mentioned that the manager was coming. And she was like, yeah, he just got to the 26th floor. He's going to pick you guys up on the way down. I said, thank you. And I walked back over and said, he's at the 26th, and he's going to pick us up on the way back down. And we hear the thing open, and we hear it close, and we hear the elevator go down. But we don't get picked up.
Oh my God.
So we wait.
Do you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone?
I swear to you, I was losing my mind. So we wait. So I'm like, weird. I walk over to the phone. I pick up the phone again. I say, she's like, hello, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hi. We were told you all were going to pick us up. We heard the things open and closing. We can't, but no one ever came and got us. She goes, I'll let my manager know. He'll come get you on the 22nd floor. I said 25th. I said 25th floor. She goes, 25th floor. Yes. Okay. And I walk back over, and we wait. And we wait.
You should have just stayed by the phone.
So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm pissed. Okay. 20 minutes. This is 20 minutes. I walk over to the phone again.
God.
Pick it up. It just rings. Nobody's answering the phone. She's like, I'm not picking it up for this guy. He's going to curse me out.
Were you like waving at the cameras?
I should have given him the finger. I should have been like, fuck you guys. Okay. So after it rings and rings and rings, no one picks up. I hang up and walk over to Holly and said, I think we're going to take the stairs. And we walked down 25 flights.
You did? They literally never got you?
They never got me. We walked all the way down.
With the stroller?
With the stroller. And get this, because Alana, she's 3.
Yeah.
She just can't go down steps like the other family had, like, older kids.
Yeah.
So I went back up the steps to help kind of speed things along because Alana was going down real slow. And
Sure.
Holly was like, don't worry about us. We'll get down when we get down.
Yeah.
But I got down to, like, to the 15th floor, and I'm like, I'm going back up to... So I went all the way... I went upstairs about 8 flights.
Oh, my God.
And then... Well, not 8. Maybe, like, 6. And then picked her up, went down, dropped her off at, like, the 15th because Holly was able to go faster now.
Yeah.
And then picked up the stroller, went all the way to the bottom, then went back up the stairs to go get Alana again and bring her back down.
Oh, my God.
So my calves were worn out after this.
When you got down, did you say anything to the people?
No. But I did, when they sent me that, how was your stay? Oh. I gave them a 6. But, yeah, that was my...
25 flights. Yikes.
Yeah, 25 flights.
But
luckily, it was going down.
You know, when I looked at you, I was like, has he been working out a little bit?
Look at the calves.
It looks like he maybe has done a lot of flights of stairs. Also, side note, remind me to call them and thank them for this ultimate prank that they pulled on you guys.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one, Marriott.
Did I tell you once, too, the AC thing or whatever, one time Deb and I actually froze the unit because we put it down so low.
That's what Holly did. I think she froze the unit because she put it down so low, and it ran too long, and eventually it froze up.
Yeah,
but it doesn't. It
noise.
Doesn't blow cooler if you lower the temperature. It just keeps blowing until it gets to that temperature, right?
Yeah.
So like, what probably froze it wasn't like, oh, I wanted at 50.
Right.
It was just that it ran so long, and these little units just were like, what the hell? I mean, it's 90 degrees outside.
Yeah. Working hard.
Next time, vacation in Canada. You know, like, the HVAC is mad at you. But
I'm glad you had a good vacation, though. Aside from that.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. It was hot. We walked a lot.
On your already sore calves. Yikes.
We went to the beach.
Did you see any sharks? Did you get out in the ocean?
We went out to the beach, but we didn't like go on like a sight thing or anything like that.
No, I just meant like out in the wild. When you were.
We were in the ocean.
Yeah.
Did you see the wild.
Did you see any sharks in their native land? Is what I'm asking.
No, but you were at Myrtle Beach. Oh no,
yeah.
Well, you guys were up a little bit though, weren't you? You were from where your hotel was. You're actually further.
Don't ask me direction-wise.
You're either further up or further down.
We were close to the boardwalk with the spinny. The Ferris
you were
wheel.
Okay. So
Close-ish.
When you go in the water, it's funny because first there's like a line of seashells.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's make them bleed, you know? Like, I will pay someone to get those shells up, please. But either way, so you step through like a minefield of shells, cutting your feet left and right. Then you get to a part where it sinks like quicksand.
I know.
You take that step, you're like, whoa, and you just slide in.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're still on shells. And then about 2 more steps, you're finally through the shells.
Yeah.
And then it's like it dips down deep, like it feels pretty deep. And then as you get deeper, it starts to come back up.
Yeah.
And eventually it's like to your knees again. And you're like, wait a second. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
So it's almost like there's 2 oceans going on, you know? And I guess in a way that's kind of a good idea. I don't know if that was like man-made like that or if that's just the way like nature created it.
I just kind of assumed that's what happened out there.
Because if you think about it, like if there's like a riptide, it's not going to pull you.
Yeah.
What's it going to do? Pull you to the part where you get to your knees? You know, or not to even your, I mean, it was like really shallow, you know? But so unless you go past that part, you're probably safe from riptides, I would think, in Myrtle Beach. I mean,
they had lifeguards and stuff out there, though.
Or rip currents, I guess they're called, not riptides. What's that?
Like the undertow? Are you talking about that?
Where it can pull you out. Yeah. But the ocean always pulls you to the left. So like once you get past that quicksand part, it will start to pull you to the. It'll start pulling you to the left and just keep pulling you and pulling you.
Yeah.
And so like if you started at one location, you're going to be like a couple blocks down by the time you realize. You're like, wait, where did we set up?
Ollie's like, where's my husband?
But, you know, we had a good time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Did you bring shells home with you?
I don't know if Alana took any shells. I know we collected some for her, but
I'm surprised we even left any with how many my niece and nephew took from the beach.
Well, tell them to pick up more because there's plenty still there. I mean, they hurt.
Yeah. Well, maybe your feet wouldn't be so sore and tender if you went barefoot more often. It's probably part of the problem.
Yeah, because walking on shells, if only I had calloused feet. That's what I need.
Don't say the word calloused.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Calloused.
Don't whisper it.
What if you went out with someone and his name was Calloused?
Oh, God. I would just call him Cal.
But what if he was like the hottest guy in the world?
I'd call him Cal. I could.
But what if he said, I want you to call me Calloused because it's rude to call me Cal?
I'd be like, not when I say it.
Okay.
I would persuade him.
So what happened with you in the last week?
I was just living my best life, doing my thing, and that was it.
Oh, any news on the dating side?
Oh, the dating side. Yes. Before you left, I had told you about this guy that I matched with, and
he's 42,
actually,
right?
Yes, he's 42 years old. I've never dated anyone that much older than me, and I thought that why not try something new? And there were a lot of things that I liked about him. And actually, we are very fresh from, what is it, like an hour or so ago, that I ended it with the 42-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing black today.
And
I'm in mourning of this relationship.
So wait, when you guys ended it, then you got dressed?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ran home and changed, David.
You're like, I can't go to the podcast in pink.
I literally was wearing pink.
Oh, really? You did go home and change?
I did.
No way. That's funny.
I did go home to change. Yes, I was. Okay, well, let me just, maybe this is kind of like a what would you do moment in regards to this relationship. And it was short. It was only like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But when I first matched with this man, let's give him a fake name. We'll call him Brian. When I first matched with Brian, there were so many things I liked about him, and he was kind of like a go-getter, and he was very much pursuing me, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, showed interest.
Yeah, and he kept saying, "Please let me take you out," and I was like, "Okay," I agreed to it. I even agreed to a dinner, which normally, like I said, I like to do like a drink first or a coffee or something.
Yeah, but he's old-fashioned. Old-fashioned.
The man calls for everything too. Like he doesn't ever text.
He's like texting. What's that?
Oh my God. One time I said, I'm going to pick us up Starbucks. What do you want to drink? And he didn't just text me back his order like a normal person. He had to call and we had to discuss it. And I was like, okay, whatever. It's one weird quality, but fine. I can live with it.
What did he get?
Oh, a white chocolate mocha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a man drink. It was a frou-frou.
Let me just move this out of the way.
Anyway, so there were things I did appreciate about him. He planned the whole first date, and honestly, our first date was so fun. It was one of the best dates I've had, and especially in a long time. And we just had like there was so much chemistry between us, and so it was like fun, and he was funny. So we've gone out a whole bunch of times, and we talk on the phone constantly, like every night, because he would be like, "How's your day?" and whatnot.
Just checking in on you.
Yeah, and it was nice, and we talked about so many things. Well, shortly into this, which again, it was only 2 weeks, I found out that he was not truthful about where he was working.
What was he doing?
He was Ubering.
He was an Uber driver.
He was an Uber driver.
And what did he say he was doing?
This thing with sales and all this stuff, and he would just kind of...
So he maybe felt, I don't know, maybe felt a little less so he hit it a little bit?
Honestly, and that's one of the reasons that I kept being like, okay, maybe I can just keep going with this, because I don't like when someone's not truthful, obviously.
Yeah.
But I also understand maybe you don't lead with that on a first date. I get that. But the thing is, he took me to a very expensive restaurant our very first date.
Did he pay?
Yeah. And I did not ask him to do any of that.
Yeah.
So even then, after more of this job stuff was coming out, he was like, I'm going to be strapped for cash for the next couple of weeks, and like, you don't expect anything like, and he named the place that we went to, which made me feel a little bit like almost bad, but I didn't plan that. Right. I would have been fine walking like the Arboretum with a cup of coffee and just talking.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess maybe in his mind, he's like, I set this expectation and now I can't meet that again. So he was like defensive about it.
I guess, but it was just the way he worded it. I didn't like how it made me feel.
Right. It was almost like it was like, just don't expect this. I know you would expect this kind of thing.
Right, which it was like,
which is not
seriously,
what you would have expected.
I'm very
like, you're
chill.
a McDonald's girl. You know? Look, you might...
Don't listen to David. I am not a McDonald's girl.
You are a total McDonald's girl, right? Like, you guys go to McDonald's. He's like, what combo?
Jimmy John's?
What combo you want, right? And he's like, you're like, I'll take your number 2. And he's like, look, I can't afford the supersize. So tonight, we're going small. And you're like, what? Small?
How dare you?
Can't afford the extra $1.50 to supersize my combo?
Can I at least get a pie?
Yeah. No pie. Okay. He probably even said that on his third date, right? He's like, look, don't expect the pie next time.
Because the thing is, honestly, if someone just shows like initiative, and if I would have been okay literally walking around a park and just talking. Like,
and not eating?
I wouldn't have cared. Like when
You've
I
been
first,
hungry. I know I'd be hungry. I'm like, what are we gonna eat?
I got some snacks in the car.
There's a fancy restaurant down the street. Can we hit it up?
I mean, it was just irritating to me because when I want to get to know somebody, I don't need all that extra shit. Just talk to me and let me get to know you.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super materialistic.
No, not at all.
Look, and I'm not saying I didn't like being treated to this fancy dinner. I mean, I did. But then I think I had this idea of the guy that wasn't quite truthful. And so again, he owned up to some stuff and he was kind of talking to me about he had a hard year.
Yeah.
And I get that. Sometimes life kicks you in the crotch and you just have to pick up and keep going, right?
Right, exactly.
So I just kept thinking like, okay, he was truthful about that. Let's just let me keep going, you know? So I was seeing him more and talking again or whatever. Well, it was actually like 2 nights ago, he called me on the phone. And he was previously in a very serious relationship with somebody for a very long time. And he is very much hung up on her. Like he loves her. It's
just really just caught up still.
Yes.
And how long ago was this?
They broke up in like February or something.
Okay, so
she lives in a different state now, kind of fresh-ish. And again, we met on a dating app.
Why did they break up?
I didn't make him get on
out?
She's just going through a really hard time and had to go away and get kind of worked on.
Like mentally?
Like rehab.
Oh, drugs.
So it was just obviously a very painful situation. So again, I was even like, the thing is, I'm very empathetic towards people. And so he was telling me all this stuff and I would just listen. And he kept saying like, oh, I love our conversations and you're so good at conversing and whatnot, which, yeah, I am. And sometimes I even walk away from a conversation or a date and I think like, was that actually really fun or am I just good at conversing with people? And sometimes I don't know the difference, you know? Anyway, so I was just kind of like, it got to a point where I thought, I don't think he's ready, you know, and I'm not going to lie to you. One of the times there was chemistry. So we're making out a little bit. Okay.
Oh, great. We're getting into the naughty stuff.
Don't say the word naughty. I don't like it.
Kids, cover your ears.
Mom and Dad, turn it off.
But you're making out. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're making out, and we're just having fun. We're 2 adults. You can explore whatever you want to explore.
Did he call you the ex's name?
No, thank God. But he did say, after a minute, he kind of paused and he was like, "I'm sorry, this is a little weird for me." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, you just made it weird.
Yeah, and then he was like, "I mean, it's just you're the first person since," and then he said her name, and I was like.
Yeah, like
I mean, what the fuck do I say to that? Like,
that's like what movies do to people, right? Like that's like Hallmark movie crap. Guy stops mid-kiss.
It did not feel Hallmark movie crap.
I'm sorry, I just haven't gotten over whoever. And
that'd be the worst Hallmark movie ever.
That's like every Hallmark movie.
No, what Hallmark movies are you watching on pay-per-view? I've never seen a Hallmark movie like that. I felt like, how do you respond to it? You're like in this moment or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm so sorry. So
did he just stop at that point?
For a second, and then it's like he wanted to process it, and then he was ready to dive right back in.
That's weird.
Very weird, and it made me feel weird. And then he was like, "I'm sorry, it's just I was with her for so long." And like, I get that, but maybe talk about that with your bros afterwards. Like, don't discuss it with me.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, okay, I can't do this.
So what made you like that? That was 2 days ago, you said, right?
Well, the kissing thing happened before the 2 day ago conversation when he, again, was just reiterating how, you know, he was very tore up about it. And I even said on the phone, like, it just sounds like even when she gets out, you would maybe want to give that another shot, which fine, be transparent with me about that. That's okay. Like, obviously you love her. And he was kind of like, well, yeah, kind of, but I don't know what to hope for in this outcome. So the more I thought about it, I knew I was going to see him today. And I thought, I'm just going to
call it off.
Yeah, I'm just going to call it off. So we go and I meet up with him and we were kind of talking and whatnot. And honestly, he is funny and our conversations are nice. And there were so many things I liked about him. Like he didn't ask for my Snapchat. He was like a normal dude. He was, you know.
He probably didn't know what Snapchat is.
He's
42.
He had good taste in music. Like there were just so many things we had in common.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra.
I said,
he's a big Frank Sinatra fan.
Yeah, really olden days stuff. Caveman music. And so I it's never easy, David, to like have that conversation and start.
Oh,
but
I know.
And I did almost try to go the friend-ish route because I like him. I was just like, I feel like maybe this isn't. Maybe you're also not ready for this, because you are so in love with her still. And the thing is, like, I like hanging out with you. I'm just not a backup plan. I'm not the in-betweener.
You're using me, kind of.
Yeah, just, I didn't like that. Well, that made him very mad.
Oh, he got mad at you?
Yes.
Did he say bad things?
Yeah, well, he just was, I think he kept saying, like, I'm thrown off, which I don't understand how he was thrown off by that. And he was like, but you're so fun to talk to, and I'm not sure if that will play out that way. Like, I just kind of want to see how it goes. He kept saying, let's just roll with it. And I was like, I don't want to just roll with this. Yeah. And then decide that, like, 3 months down the line. This time. Yeah. Right,
Or 6 months when she gets out or whenever that is. All of a sudden he's like, see ya.
And then he looks at me, David, and he said, you know what? Whatever, like, I was doing this more for you than I was for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm so mad.
Wow.
And I looked at him and I said, well, I relieve you from that fucking duty then. I mean, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed. And that
shows you how.
I thought about afterwards. I'm still on the apps. I've got, literally, I counted them when I got to my car. 5 men saying, please, let me take you out. Let me take you out. Like, I chose you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that I'm the greatest person that has ever lived, but I want to be like, out of the two of us, I'm the prize. Yeah. And you're doing this for me?
It's just, yeah. I mean, and what he said really just kind of lets you know what his personality really is.
And I just like kind of stared at him. He was like, well, I'm not trying to be hurtful. And I was like,
you're not trying to be hurtful. Who the hell says that?
I know.
I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, I'm more doing this for you and not for me. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it pissed me off. Like,
I get it.
I don't know. And so good luck to him finding somebody else too. But I just want to be like, and well,
yeah,
you can't have your tongue down my throat and then say shit like that. Like, I'm doing this for you,
right?
Not for me.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. I felt disrespected, and I wish that I would have.
Well, the good news is
what?
He would have been dead in like 20 years anyway. Right? He only had like a good 15 years left, probably. You know what? You should have been like, look, I would have visited you in your nursing home, but fuck you.
I think I was so flabbergasted. I really only said the one line, and I started grabbing my stuff, and he's like, don't go yet. And I was just like, I'm not waiting around anymore.
After you say that, you just like completely ruined any chance.
Oh my God.
If he wanted to be intelligent about it, he should have just like been like, I understand. I'm sorry that you feel that way, blah, blah, blah. And then like 2 or 3 hours later, texted you and be like, give me another chance. And then maybe he would have had you another shot.
Yeah.
But instead, he decides to go the road of like, I'm going to be a dick.
Yeah, I was doing this for you.
Yeah.
Do you ever walk away too from a conversation and you think of like 8 other things you could have said?
Oh, all the time.
Oh my God.
I know.
The whole ride home, I was just like, oh my God, I should have.
Yeah, I know, right?
And now I just have to, again, this isn't like the worst breakup I've ever.
He's not worth your time though.
No, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, he's not worth your time.
And so then it made me Google, because I was like, I need to just feel better immediately. Did you ever have like breakup go-tos, what you would do?
I always did the breaking up.
Yeah, but still, you'd never be sad?
No. Oh. And also, let me ask you this. If you break up with someone, do you allow to stay friends after you break up with someone if you've been somewhat romantic? I don't.
I wish I could say no in all scenarios, but of a scenario that, we still kind of are.
I mean, because like if I break up with someone, it's the relationship's
totally
over.
Done.
There is nothing. There's no relationship anymore.
You can just,
I don't care how close we were.
Really?
Over.
You just, cut. And you can just be done like that.
Just be done. I can move on.
And it's never hard for you? Like, have you ever almost gone back like, okay, I kind of miss her a little bit?
Nope. And then,
can you feed into my delusions that men kind of sometimes do that?
Well, this is just me. I don't know about all men. But like, and then like when I work places, usually when I leave, I never talk to anyone I used to work with either. It's true. There's only like one person I think that I've managed to talk to since I've left.
David, I'm very vulnerable right now. I just went through a breakup. Can you look me in my eyes and say,
I'll try? I'm doing this for you, Becca.
Right. I'm doing this podcast for you, like as a favor for you, way more than I am for me.
But you get what I'm saying. Yeah. That's just the way I am.
You're just
I just move on.
Yeah, you cut ties and you leave. when Dave's done, Dave's done.
I just don't hold relationships very well.
Yeah. I mean, most of my breakups, I have not stayed friends because it's difficult to, especially like depending on how long you were together, depending on what you did together. Like there was just, it can be hard. So, but I was like, let me find something really quick. Not that this one broke my heart because I did not give my heart to this man, but I was just frustrated. So I thought, let me look up tips for getting over a breakup.
Oh, okay.
These are the top 10 tips. And
now, what website is this, or where are you getting this from? Is this from
This is from mentalhealth.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, intrepidmentalhealth.com.
Okay.
Cut contact is the very
Cut
first
contact?
one. The first step in getting over any breakup is to cut off all contact with your ex-partner.
I agree, 100%.
Then it says eliminate reminders. So throw out any of their stuff that you have.
Oh, delete
give
pictures.
Give it back. Yes, it says hide everything.
Same thing.
And it's also a good idea to delete your ex off of all your social medias.
Okay.
Not that you would have that because you don't ever post on social media.
Right.
Social media is, I'm just kidding.
What?
I was just going to pretend like you didn't know what it was. Then it says stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
The best gift
I'm going to throw this out here real quick. Important in every top 10 list. Honestly, why is that not number one? Stay healthy.
Yeah, the best gift you can give yourself after a hard breakup is to make your health a priority. The common is to want to eat only junk food after breakup, or worse, stop eating entirely. But both.
How's that worse? I would lose so much weight.
The other one is keep busy.
Keep busy. That's
time.
Good. Keeps your mind off things.
That is one of my top ones. Normally, I want to go have a margarita with a friend and just bitch about the whole thing. Yeah. And then I just want to be as busy as possible. I mean, Deb will tell you I just don't stop moving. Yeah. Let it out. And your relationship causes significant emotional reaction that cannot be ignored. Bottling up your feelings only leads to increased pain and frustration.
This is 2 weeks, folks.
I'm not saying I need to do this.
I'm just kidding.
At this point, I'm just like, fuck you to that guy. I'm so irritated. Avoid rebounds. This is something, unfortunately, that I don't normally do. In fact, I was like, let me just pull up my app. I mean, not that they would be like a rebound to this man.
But doesn't rebounding kind of fall into the busy, like keep busy? Like,
I mean, kind of,
a little bit of a contradiction, sort of. I guess they're just saying if you're going to be busy, don't do it with someone else.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing is, too, because dating at this day and age, like, yeah, I date and whatnot. And it's just, it's hard when you allow yourself to actually kind of get excited about a person because...
Yeah, because you open up yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was mainly frustrated with in this situation is our conversations were so good and I could actually have, like, deep conversations. And now it's just done. Yeah. Pamper yourself.
Oh, you go out and spend money.
Your self-esteem takes a hit when you go through a breakup. Not mine. So practicing self-care is very important. Pamper yourself while watching a TV show you like by eating your favorite meal or buying yourself a small treat. Wow. Yeah. Dance it out.
Dance it out. Okay, well, this is when they started running out of the top 10. They're like, okay, what number are we on? We're on 8? We're on 8? Shit, what else do we got?
We need an even 10.
Okay, let's think. How about dance? Okay, dance it out.
It's hard to resist the urge to do something crazy directly after a breakup. But instead of drinking too much or cutting off all your hair, try dancing instead. Turn up the music and have a solo dance party.
Is that number 8 or 9?
Complete with all the silliest and crazy moves to let off some steam.
What's next?
Give it time.
Give it time.
Unfortunately, the only real way to get past a bad breakup is to give yourself time to heal. How much time do you think I need from this? I think a couple hours.
Is that the last one?
The last one is look forward. The life you thought you'd have with your partner is over, and though it may be scary, it is a fact that you have to accept.
Okay.
That's the last one.
I mean, give it time it's obvious. I don't think someone needs to read that on the top 10. That's like saying we're running out of ideas. Just like hang in there.
Dance it out and just hang in there, baby.
And then you're like, okay. And then
the cat poster challenge.
Don't forget, there's always tomorrow. So they really should have had like the top 7 ways to help yourself get over a breakup. Because looking forward, giving it time, and then dancing, clearly not gonna get you helping
where you want to go.
Yeah, it's just natural. That's what happens.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's true, and I normally bounce back relatively quickly because honestly, most of my mental stuff I think about is like, you've been through way worse in your life than this breakup with this boy. Move on, Becca.
Yeah.
But I didn't try dancing. Maybe I'll dance it out tonight.
Yeah, try it.
The thing is, too, I'm exhausted at this point, and I don't even want to respond to the other 5 men that are asking me to go out. That's the one part that's frustrating. It
gets old.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? It just gets old. It's like you're dealing with something
over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. How many times can you answer the same question? What's your favorite group?
Yeah. How many siblings do you have?
Yeah.
Where do you work? Do you like it?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, to help you get off of your breakup.
Thank you.
I've got an idea.
Oh, okay.
I went and I bought some hot sauces.
Oh, I noticed these jars here.
Yes.
Oh, God. This looks very serious.
Okay.
Not the all black bottle.
The all black bottle.
Oh, God.
Okay, so this little game came to me. We're gonna call it Who Gets the Flatline.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Is that what we're calling it? Yeah, Who Gets the Flatline? Mm-hmm. And what it is we're gonna do a little trivia.
Okay.
And if you get it wrong, you have to go up the hot sauce level. Okay.
Oh.
And I'm gonna do a special little shout out here. I think it was Stacy Simpsonville in Kentucky. Simpsonville outlets. Stacy at the Pepper Palace. Awesome job, huge help. Special shout out for her. She really was a huge help in helping us. Yeah. So,
did you tell her to listen to this podcast?
I did not tell her the name, but she said for us to tag Pepper Palace.
Oh, and then
so
okay.
We'll tag Pepper Palace.
I like that you just didn't bother to tell her the name of our show. You're like, if it's fate that you listen, you'll find us.
It's a little embarrassing, let's be honest. Okay, I don't tell anyone that we have a podcast. So we've got four flavors here, or
okay.
I don't know if I can call them flavors, but they're spicy.
Just so you know, David, I eat jalapenos just in my everyday life. Wow. So
that's great.
Good luck to you.
This first one's called Lethal Dose 50.
Oh, God.
Okay. That's the first one. That's supposed to be the weakest, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. The next is the hottest sauce in the universe, the second dimension. So yep.
Okay.
All right. This has ghost pepper in it. I don't know what Lethal Dose has.
Jeez.
They all might have some level of ghost pepper. Next is called The End.
Oh, God.
Okay. Now, you would think, why didn't we just call this Who Gets the End? Because apparently the next one up is called The End Flatline. And that one is supposed to be hotter.
Oh, my God. It's in an all black bottle. Show the camera. Did they see that? That is intimidating looking.
The End. And this little bottle is like 20 some bucks. So
Holy
it's not
shit.
cheap.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I had brought tortilla chips, but the problem is the hot sauce is so freaking thick that one little drop is all you're supposed to have. So they suggest that we just do the toothpick thing. Okay. We'll test out the toothpicks first. Next time you do this, maybe we could build up to something a little bit more intense.
We're just going all in.
So
okay.
There's
7 questions, and it's going off of kind of what I think it was last week that we did this.
Oh, the ages of celebrities.
Or maybe the week before. I can't remember.
And we picked celebrities that were in the movie that we're going to end up reviewing.
Yes. So we've got Priyanka
Chopra Jonas.
Yes.
Nick Jonas.
Sam
Hewen. I have no idea how you say that.
Hewen, maybe? Celine Dion. Nick Jonas. Sophia Barkley. Russell Tovey. Or Tovey maybe. And Lydia West.
Great.
So we're going to guess the ages of these characters, or these people, not the characters. They are characters. But and then if you get it wrong, then you work your way up, and whoever gets 4 wrong and ends up on the flat line, they lose the game. But they also have to take the hottest sauce.
So who are we doing first? Priyanka?
We'll do Priyanka. Do you want to look up the ages so I can keep this up?
Yeah.
And then, in case it gets a little too intense, we've got some tortilla chips to help us cool our mouths. So maybe we should have based on who eats the most tortilla chips. All right.
Okay, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so Priyanka.
Yes.
Okay, so Priyanka, write down her age. And do not copy me. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, what did you say?
40.
I said 41. She's 40.
Oh.
God damn it.
All right. All right, we'll grab a little toothpick.
No. Okay. It's no big deal. I'll bounce back.
Oh, that's God. A lot. You grabbed a lot. Maybe you should just...
What do I do? Just lick it off?
Lick it off. Just go... Ooh.
Okay. But I had to put a whole thing in my mouth, not just like my tongue. Like...
Oh, whatever. I don't care. Okay, tell me how it goes.
Oh, shit. That's spicy.
Well, it's called Lethal Dose 50. And I think it will make jalapenos look like...
This is child's play. All good.
Now, we got some tissues here for you, okay?
Okay.
Do you need any tortilla chips yet?
I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yep. Do
you want to give it a minute?
Nope.
Okay. All right, who's next on the list?
You're going down, dude.
Now, remember, it's whoever gets the flatline loses, and then that ends the game. Sam Hewen.
No. Okay,
you'll show pictures
Sam.
of them, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Shit. Okay.
Picture group.
Ooh.
Are you okay?
Yep.
It's
all
really
good.
hot, huh?
I'm good. Keep going.
Okay. What do you have?
I put 36.
I put 43.
Oh my God. Please don't be that old. Did you look these up?
No. How old is he?
He's literally 43 years old, David.
I told you before we started this game, I told you that I'm really good at getting people's ages when I can see their faces.
Okay, this is fine.
Okay.
You're gonna go down the next one. Nope.
You're allowed to quit.
Nope.
Okay. This one's called The Second Dimension.
Great.
Now tell me if you think this one's hotter, because maybe I got these flipped. I don't know. I can't remember.
I've already recovered. All good here. It's no big deal. I love hot sauce. I'm getting these wrong on purpose. Whew, baby. Okay.
This is terrible.
Whew.
Okay, which one's hotter?
That one.
This one is? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? The flavor
is good.
It's good.
Okay, I heard that the flatline tastes really, really good. That's honestly, what I heard. I'm curious.
My mouth could be much worse. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it time?
Nope.
Okay. If we cut out, it's because we needed a moment. All right.
Okay. I think we're doing...
Next up is Celine Dion.
Okay.
What'd you put?
64.
67.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Are we doing Price is Right rules?
I think we'll just do closest.
Oh, she's only 55.
Holy shit, she's only 55? Yes. Celine, you need to figure something out.
Yes.
Celine. Celine, I don't know what you've been eating, but you need to figure out what you've been eating. Because that's rough.
Oh, my God.
How old is she? 55?
55.
We weren't even close.
You said 67 years old.
I'm going to be honest.
Celine, my queen, I hope you never see this episode.
I'm kind of curious, honestly, what these taste like anyway, so.
We need to go backwards.
Man, this is hot.
The back of my throat is literally... Wait, you didn't get to go... I thought you went right up to that.
No. You have to build up. And oh, my God. That's freaking ridiculous. I think we're doing too much. We need to do less.
Don't be a baby, David. Oh, my God, your eyes are watering.
So are yours. What are you talking about?
No, it makes it worse. Don't. You can't have anything to drink. We just have to keep going. No, do not reach for the chips yet.
I don't want to die here.
Who's our next one?
Oh, my God.
Okay. Nick?
Nick Jonas.
Okay. Okay, what'd you say?
I'm going 41. What'd you say?
30.
Is he that young?
He's 30.
Oh, you knew how old he was?
No. No, but you thought he was 40 years old?
Well, I figured she is 40. Maybe they're about the same age.
No, he's dating an older person.
Okay, so was this one easier to handle, or was it really hotter?
I thought the flavor was better. I mean, don't get me wrong. My tongue is on fire right now.
I don't know if we're going to play this game again. My throat's still burning.
Is it?
Is yours?
No, it's kind of calmed down a little. It's mainly my tongue and the roof of my mouth.
I don't think this one's hotter.
No, and the flavor is good. Just wait, it kind of kicks in.
Are you sure this one's the hotter?
I don't know.
I think this one's hotter. Even though when I bought them, they were like this.
Oh.
Maybe they weren't in order of hotness.
Maybe. Okay, who's next?
Whew.
Dave, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Sophia Barkley.
Okay.
Where's my pen? Oh, here it is.
Your face. What did you say?
28.
Oh my God, I also said 28.
Okay, let's look.
She's 34.
Oh, shit. She looks much younger in that picture.
Do we both just have to take the hot sauce?
No, it's a tie.
Okay.
The problem is no one might get to Flatline now, so we might have to do a sudden death.
Okay.
Russell Tovey, I guess.
Yeah.
35.
Okay, I put 43. Oh, he's 41. I'm closer.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at your pain, except I do.
I can only imagine what this is going to be like. You know, who needs to finish? Let's call it even.
Typical for a man to say that. Grab it out.
I'm done.
I was doing this more for you than for me anyhow.
Yeah. Shit. I swear to God.
Get a good dip in there.
Let me shake. Oh,
Lick
I guess
it.
I could do this.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe I shake it, but I think I shake these before we started.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, my God. This is a bad idea. Oh, we're out of time.
Put it in your mouth. Love that sound. Oh, he's going in for a second lick. Not hot?
I feel like this one's the hottest one so far.
Oh.
This one's got to linger.
Oh, okay.
All right, next one. I'm telling you, this one was actually, to me, Stacy at the Pepper Palace said everyone's a little different with how the heat works. Like some people say this is like way hotter, but then other people have some that it's not as hot.
Okay, the last person is Lydia West.
Oh, no, we're not on Lydia already?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, I'm just going to tell you because my pen's dead.
Okay. Hold on, let me... Okay. What did you say?
I'm saying 37.
Oh, I put 32. She's 30.
Fuck. You win. And I get to try the Flatline.
Oh,
This was a bad idea. I'm going to shake it.
I needed this today.
I'm glad. Now, do you want to try this too, just to see what it tastes like? I heard it tastes good.
I'm going to let you do that first.
Just to see my reaction?
Yeah. Make sure you get a good dip in there. That's kind of wimpy. Come on, be a man.
No, I don't know what to expect yet. I don't know what to expect.
Okay, but...
She said this one lingers for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Great. Lick it all.
She said you like feel it in your throat before you die.
I'll resuscitate you. Maybe.
Hold on, let me clean my palate real quick.
You just...
Because I want to taste it. I want to see what it tastes like.
Yeah.
It's still not clean.
Just take it.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize if you all could hear me drinking.
I don't know who you're saying ready to. We've been ready.
I'm going to tell you, I think this one's the hottest one.
Really? The one that you made us start with first?
Wait, this one's starting to hit. She said this one's slow. Yeah. Yeah, this one's getting hot. Do you want to try it? My mouth's about to go numb. Why is this funny to you? This is a
Not
bad
only
idea.
is it funny to me, it's funny to everybody.
Can I borrow one of your tissues?
For $5.
It's all right.
Here you go.
Thank you.
How's it taste?
How's it taste?
Yeah.
You should try it.
Nope, I'm good.
It's sweet.
Is it?
Well, another one of Dave's shitty ideas. Back this up there with the beer and the aquaponics machine I made. Didn't work out.
Speaking of shitty ideas, don't you have an invention you want to tell everybody about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that in a moment. I'm just going to clear the senses.
Next time we play this, I feel like we need to eliminate the ability to drink anything.
To drink?
Yeah. This right now is the best gift you could have ever given me.
This was a stupid game. I should never have done this. Originally, we were all going to take it. And then I turned it into a stupid game that Becca didn't have to drink the last two. My mouth is on fire.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not going away.
I'm sure we'll
You've been listening to the Dave and Beck Show.
Did you forget how to drink?
That's that's on here. You will miss your mouth when you try to drink. It's so hot still.
Still?
It's burning. I don't know which one it is.
Are you going to be okay?
All right, so you all won't know how long that we've been on a hiatus.
And how long David was crying in the corner and rocking back and forth. So
you asked about an invention.
Yes.
I have found an invention. I saw this. This is I found this one night when we were watching. My mouth is still on fire, by the way. I don't know if I'll be able to talk about the movie.
You have to. The people are waiting.
We should probably do this as the last thing.
Stop taking such deep breaths. That makes it worse.
I hope you all can't hear that.
Yes, this invention.
Yes, this invention. This is, this is a very personal invention dear to my heart because I saw this on TV.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, who in the right mind would buy this? But it's for sale on Amazon.
Oh.
And the reviews are just as funny as the actual invention. So if you all check this out, go to the reviews because there's some funny people out there.
Okay.
It's called Petcy, I guess, Petcyy,
okay.
Cat Brush.
Oh.
It's a shedding, grooming, soft massage cat tongue.
Oh, God.
What you do is
God.
you put your mouth over this thing, and it's like a tongue, and you literally pet your cat with your fake tongue. Okay?
Oh, my God.
Yes, this is a real, legitimate. This is real, okay? It's called the Petcy Cat Brush Shedding Grooming Soft Massage Cat Tongue Brush. Licking your cat like a mama cat to comfort, surprise
No
your
one's
pet.
buying that.
This is for real. And the reviews give it 4.1 stars currently, but but it's the reviews that's so funny.
Oh.
Like, here's a review from Melanie. I'm not going to say her last name. Mm-hmm. She says, cat slightly terrified. Works good as a brush, but my cat will not let me come at him with this with this thing in my mouth. She gave it 4 stars.
Imagine she's actually talking about her husband.
This person from Marina said, it's hilarious to use. My cat loved it. It's so funny to use, but you can easily get cat hair in your mouth. Okay? Something to think about. Oh. Here's someone who gave it 2 stars, clearly unhappy with the product. This thing is huge and heavy. There's no way you can hold it in your mouth. It's too heavy on the teeth. I tried to use it on my cat with my hands, and she wasn't a big fan. The tongue is too big for her head.
He has a thorough review.
Yeah, this person's clearly not happy. There's see more. When there's see more, this person is not happy. There's a lot to talk about. This person said the cat's addicted. My cat loves it. They sit around and wait to take turns.
Jesus, how many cats does that person have?
Yeah. This is a legitimate. This is not a gag gift, though.
Yeah.
This was on Shark Tank.
Oh, serious?
Seriously, this was on Shark Tank.
And
this
the sharks invested
No, they
in
passed.
this?
They all passed.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Just so everyone knows, we had to take another break because Dave is dying.
Thanks. We could have just let that one go. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, if you have a cat,
get the tongue brush.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a cat, I mean, there were funnier ones like a long time ago when I first looked this up, but
the fact that people actually have also given it 5 stars too is, a lot.
This person said they gave it to their father-in-law for Christmas, and he started grooming the cat, and the whole family started laughing. I mean, what brings families together than a giant cat tongue and licking your cat in front of them?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So yeah, I mean, if you're a cat lover, check it out. Apparently,
if you're a cat lover and you don't care about your dignity, give this a go.
I mean, and if you own this, do a little shout out. Let us know how it worked out. It's called.
Take a picture and send it to Dave.
Yeah, it's an Amazon choice too, and you never know. It could be on Prime Day. How much is it? It's $17. It's 32% off right now for all you cat lovers out there. Pet Seats, it's like PETCYY, cat brush shedding grooming.
Yeah.
And we'll put a picture up for you.
Yeah, go ahead and give that a go.
It's pretty. I mean, there's someone doing it right now to their cat. This is.
Yeah, who doesn't want to lick a kitty?
It says it's a novel and fun way to bond with your cat. Licking your cat like a mama cat to comfort her has a soothing effect for all you mama cats out there.
If you were a cat, do you think you'd like that?
If I was a cat, and my owner,
just came
put that in their mouth, well, I don't know what I would do. I would not.
You'd be a grumpy cat for sure.
I would be a grumpy cat.
Well, let's get into this movie review that we just, we aged all the actors on there. This movie was called Love Again.
Yes.
And Deb and I and two of my other sisters, Sarah and Leah, we all got together for my sister's birthday, and Deb had to rent this movie, buy it for $15 because you couldn't rent it anywhere.
Yes.
So we just went all in. This movie has Priyanka Chopra Jonas in it. And it talks about how basically the whole thing is her finding love again. So she had a fiance. Well, he was almost her fiance. He didn't get the chance to propose, and they were very much in love, and he passed away. And this happened, it was like 2 years later, a year later, something like that. I want to say it was 2
years. It was
2 years later.
It took her 2 years to get over her boyfriend that she was with.
Yeah. Almost fiance, David. And she was grieving a lot. Well, she decided to start texting his old number.
Right.
And so she's texting him just like updates and whatnot to try to move on a little bit too. And then this other man who ends up being her love interest in the movie has the cell phone. He was given a new cell phone for work.
Right.
And he starts getting all these texts from this woman he doesn't know that are just, intimate and whatever. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the premise of this movie.
That's kind of the idea. And then the two of them eventually meet up and
sparks fly.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can kind of see where the movie's going to go because it's already telling you where it's going to go when he's getting texts from her texting her dead boyfriend.
Right.
So eventually she's going to find out, she's going to get pissed, they're going to break up. Like you kind of see it coming the whole time.
And then eventually they'll find love again, hopefully.
Oh, it's called Love Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Celine Dion produced this movie, and she had new music in it, which anyone who knows me knows that Celine is my queen. I love her. I love her.
Okay, well, let's begin my comments on this.
Great.
All right, so the movie starts off. She's at like a coffee shop or something, and she's a child book illustrator, and children's book, not child book, but either way, and she's sitting there and doing her thing, and like they're texting, and this is when her boyfriend was alive, and he's like, oh, I found this woman, she's real hot, blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, why don't you go
shoot your shot, basically.
Yeah, give it a chance. And he's like, maybe I will, or whatever. And then he walks up, and then of course they kiss, and it's supposed to show how much she loves him.
Yeah.
And then she drew a picture of him while she was sitting there, and he's like, "How did you know?" And she goes, "Oh, the reflection in the mirror, right?" And all I could think about was how fucking long was he sitting there? I mean, she drew like a real picture. It wasn't like two eyeballs, a mouth, and a stick figure. The guy literally came over to give her Skittles.
But like those caricature things, they do that fast too, at, like fairs or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. He was probably there for like 15 minutes just staring at her. She's like, I got this whole picture going. Yeah. And then he's like, how'd you see me? Anyway, so then
you would think that over a cute thing. I was like, oh, that's kind of adorable.
No, I just didn't get it. I'm like, how did she, he clearly was sitting there for a long time.
Yeah.
Then he brought her Skittles, and she's like, oh, my favorite. And then she ate
the tropical
some,
flavor. She
which
loved
was never brought up again in the movie.
No, that's not true. She ate them later when she was grieving him, and they had the wrapper in the car.
Oh.
They referenced it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So either way, he ends up walking down the street on the sidewalk and looks over at her, and they're smiling. She's waving, whatever.
Yeah.
And then there was a sound of a car crashing, which was, it's kind of weak because they didn't really show the hit or anything. But
you would want to see the hit.
But he gets killed.
Yeah.
And
right in front of her eyes.
When I first saw that, I'm like, how the hell did he die? He was on the damn sidewalk.
Yeah.
Well, later they said it was a drunk driver. So I guess we just assumed the drunk driver ran him over on the sidewalk. So that sucks. Okay. Yeah. She loses her guy.
Right.
2 years later, her sister's trying to get her to get out of her funk. She's trying to be a good sister. She's like, come on, get out of there. Get out of mom and dad's house. Come back to the apartment that we both stay at.
Right.
She finally decides to pack up her stuff and go back to her sister's. And they go and they eat 2 burgers together.
Yeah, from their favorite place.
And they order a medium rare. Look, I'm sorry for all you medium rare lovers out there.
I thought about you at this part.
That is freaking gross. You do not. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Some people like a burger that's fresh, maybe not cooked well done, but like. How do you get past the texture of a meaty, like semi-cooked burger meat? I just can't get past it. I love burgers, but I have to have them well done.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel about steak, and you like it when it's still moving.
Medium. I'm not still moving. Medium. Medium's like right in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's my favorite. My wife
honestly,
likes medium rare.
The burger guy was the one
like rare
too. Like he was such a bizarre character.
He was.
He was kind of like, yeah, you should get back out there and.
Right. He was the one who's supposed to push her along.
Yeah.
Celine Dion shows up in the movie eventually, and
because the man that has the phone for work, he's like a journalist, a music reviewer.
Right.
And so he gets put on the Celine Dion story.
Right. Yes. Right. And. Yeah. So they're all these journalists are sitting around interviewing her, asking her dumb questions.
Yeah.
And she's giving them like attitude. And all I could think about was Celine Dion is such a bitch.
You would take that back right now. First of all, they were giving stupid questions.
It doesn't matter. They're just doing their damn job. Does she have to be mean to him? Like the first question,
she wasn't mean. She was a little sassy.
Mean.
It was a little
she
sassy.
was mean. And I'm like, I don't know what the deal is with that, but she was mean. And if she produced this film, she wanted to be mean.
She wasn't mean. She was direct. She was direct.
And then somehow, I don't know how, but he like asks her question. She's like, "You clearly don't listen to my music or whatever." And at that moment, apparently, like they hit it off, I guess, because he keeps meeting up with her, and she apparently is a love doctor. Because she writes music about love, so she knows all about love.
I would trust Celine Dion with my love life over like anybody. And I would go to her for advice.
Well, her character was stupid.
The one mean part though is when she was calling him Underwear Man or Mr. Underwear. Because she said that he needed to sit up straight. He looked like a pair of dirty underwear.
She was mean throughout the whole movie. I mean, and her character
so funny.
Her character was so dry and like lacking personality. I mean, I'm like, just stick to singing, Celine. Stick to singing. I mean, I get it. You want to show off your acting skills because no one hired you. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why you haven't been in a movie yet.
No, I thought it was great.
She was
so
the worst
funny.
thing of the whole thing. And then every time he went to her for help, I'm like, oh, back to the love doctor, Celine Dion. And she gives like the terrible advice. Whatever. Her character was not necessary. But I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
You know who the runner-up was if Celine refused to do the movie? It was Alice Cooper.
Who's Alice Cooper?
Google him. True story. Or not. Yeah, good old Alice Cooper for all you people out there who know who he is. Just give it a little Google. He was the runner-up, so he would have been the love doctor if Celine didn't accept the role.
So you're telling me that if Celine offered you marriage advice, you would not listen?
No, I would say, who the fuck are you? Last I checked, you're not married anymore.
Oh, because he died.
Whatever.
Jesus.
All right.
So then eventually they meet because the sister convinces Priyanka's character to start going out again. She actually has a really funny date with Nick Jonas. He shows up. He was hysterical.
Yes.
Because, and also our guy, the main guy, was trying to figure out, like, he knew that she was going to be at this bar because she was texting her dead boyfriend about it. So he went to try to figure out who she was because he felt very connected to her in these text messages. And also Celine Dion was kind of like, because he filled her in on it. And she was like, you need to, explore that.
His acting was really bad in the beginning of the movie.
Very bad.
Yeah.
He was so cheesy.
It was really bad.
The first time that they talked on the phone, it was painful to watch.
And I don't know.
When he was like, do you like to eat food? Like, I like to eat food.
Yeah, it was like he was supposed to be awkward, but it was just really bad acting.
The delivery was terrible.
And then when he was watching the basketball game, when the text first happened, he threw the ball up and was like, oh. Well, he did that 2 times. So he was the same, like, it looked like they did like the exact same thing twice in a row. Did you notice that?
It was weird.
Yeah, it was just really bad acting in the beginning. It got better as the movie moved on, but it was really bad acting by him in the beginning of the movie. But the Jonas guy,
Nick,
kind of reminded me of one of your dates.
Deb said the same thing.
Did he ask you if he could bench press you?
That's a question, Kyle would have asked for sure.
Why do I? Oh, and then he snapped too. Like at the restaurant, he snapped his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
If you were at a date with someone and they snapped their fingers to get the waiter or waitress's attention, would you just get up and leave at that point?
I don't know because it hasn't happened, but I would probably just say, like, that was very rude.
And then she used her phone on the date, which is a big no-no.
Yeah, I agree.
She picked up her phone. Oh, text. Let me pick up my phone.
Yeah.
Like, that's messed up.
I know, I don't do that. I feel like that's rude. There was one of my exes, he used to always call males buddy. Hey, buddy, give me that. Hey, buddy, I need more water. And I didn't like that either. It just felt degrading when he would say it.
Yeah. Well, then when they were making out, she says, I want to take it slow. So he moves in slow motion. That was maybe the funniest part of the whole movie, in my opinion. I'll give him that.
That part was funny.
And then he, of course, was looking for another date after she said, we're not going to have sex.
Yeah.
And anyway.
Yeah.
So that ended that date. Mm-hmm. So then she's texting this guy. And I'm going to be honest. Mm-hmm. If someone was texting me randomly by the 20th text, I would have been like, look, psycho, get a life.
Maybe because you already have a spouse, though. Would there be any part of you? Let's pretend.
I would have responded, not him. That's what I responded. That's what I think like everyone in the world would respond.
I mean, that is true.
After the first text, like, oh, I long for you to be next to me. I'd be like, not him. Roll the credits. Roll the credits. That's the end of the movie. I mean, seriously, though, like, who's like, oh, I'll just ignore that. Oh, I'll just ignore that one, too. Oh, these are getting interesting.
I know.
Let me go track her down.
Yeah. But he felt like a connection to her. So then he did meet her at like the opera because she went to a show that was it was a memory that she had with her ex or the dead boyfriend or whatever. So she goes there and then they bump into each other. She thinks it's like a meet cute. Meanwhile, he was specifically looking for her.
Yes.
And then they kind of hit it off. But here's the part that I didn't like. So when they go out for a date, the thing about this movie, and I love a romance, I think it's fun. They tried to do too much in this movie. So even their first date, he's so awkward when they're eating the burgers and stuff. And then they go out and they're taking this long walk, right? And did you see the musician behind him? So he's playing music.
Yes.
They start dancing. Then he stops playing music.
Yes.
And they were the only people there. Like, why wouldn't he finish up a song for him? Because they're dancing, and then it's just like
because they didn't tip.
He did tip the guy. He threw a thing in there.
He did?
And then they started dancing.
Oh.
And they were barely dancing, and then the guy just stopped making music. And I was like,
well, I guess he felt
like
he gave him like a buck. He's like, fuck you get half a song.
It was such a weird choice for them to make.
But they had to do that for the line.
What was the line?
The line was, she says, the music's not on anymore. And he goes, I can still hear it. Or something like that.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. It was for the romantic line. That was the purpose.
See, that was too much because then they also stay up all night and talk all night. The sun's down or
Yeah, they weren't tired either. I'll tell you.
Yeah, not at all.
I would have been freaking exhausted if I stayed up all night in the park. I'm like, oh.
In like winter time.
It's daytime now. I'm like fucking tired. But she's like, how about we go take some showers and hang out again?
I know.
Like, how about we go to sleep?
He was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, they tried to do too many cliches, I felt like.
There's a little bit of realism in it, though, okay? I'll give the movie that. Okay, when they met at the opera house, okay? Yeah. And they're doing that whole slow walk away, like they meet eyes and they slowly walking away, and then she bumps into the people.
Oh yeah, that was
okay. Funny. That I could see happening in real life. Like you're not paying attention to where you're going, boom.
Yeah,
you know.
That's true.
The other one that was realism was oh shoot, did I put it down? I can't remember. No, I can't remember.
Oh.
But when they met for the date, and he went up and he was like very awkward. He didn't know what to say at the date kind of thing. So he got up because they were going to get burgers together.
Right.
So he got up to use the restroom. And when he got back, the burgers were already made. All I could think about was like, how long was he in that fucking restroom? Like they made those burgers fast.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you got to think like he got out to go to the restroom. Mm-hmm. She
ordered.
The waiter did not ask her order yet.
Mm-hmm.
She orders for him. Food gets cooked. Food gets placed on table.
Yeah.
He arrives, food ready to eat.
Yeah.
And like all I could think was like, man, that's not how you start a date, man. I mean, she's like, this guy clearly has stomach issues.
Well, and then too, when they were putting the fries on the burger, which is a common thing.
I do that all the time.
They're acting like, oh my God, you do that too?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we're meant to be.
Well, they were trying to show some cute,
oh my God. Connection. And then the other part too that I was just like, you have got to be kidding me, is when he was talking about like basketball and he was comparing it to like relationships.
Oh, I know. That was
he was
so
like,
dumb.
You can learn everything that you'd ever need to know about anyone on the court. Like,
I know.
Playing
when
basketball.
he said that, I was like, that could go like every sport.
That's exactly what Deb said.
Every sport is that. I mean, the only thing you got going with basketball is like you shoot a ball in a hoop.
Yeah.
Like otherwise you named every sport. Like there's different nationalities and there's different this. I'm like, every sport's like that.
I know.
I mean, seriously.
It didn't make any sense. So then she brings a basketball on one of their dates. So then they're playing.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, let's just go get it on.
Yeah.
And after that, she finds out that he is the one that was receiving all the texts about the dead
after
boyfriend.
they sleep together.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was going to tell you.
And the thing is, too, that was so awkward and it was just cringy is they wake up, right? And he's all of a sudden, he's like, oh, man, I need to be in the newsroom in 15 minutes. And she was like, oh, don't go. And then he was like, I know. And she was like, okay. It was like the weirdest dialogue. And there was so much pause in between. It felt like we shouldn't be there. Like it was just so awkward to me.
I feel like I'm rubbing off on you a little bit here.
It was like, I hated that part.
There was no chemistry between the two characters.
No,
really.
not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
So she finds out, she gets pissed. She leaves.
Yeah. I can't really think of much else except that Celine Dion I mean, the movie was bad, but like Celine Dion.
The thing is, too, Celine asks her, the main girl, to write or to make a movie, or not a movie poster, but a concert tour poster for her.
Yeah.
Which is like a big deal. And she kind of gets her mojo back. She starts drawing happy things again for the books and whatnot. Like she's feeling better because she's kind of in love and whatever. Well, they talk about this poster so much, they never showed the goddamn poster. Did that not bother you?
Oh, no, I didn't even think of that.
It bothered me.
Yeah. I mean, and then she's like reassuring her that the reason why she was going to have her do the poster was nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
But
she kind of played a part of their love story.
And it's just weird. Like, she's like, oh, the one who writes those children's books.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the acting by Celine is so bad.
Who's better, Celine or Emma Roberts?
Oh, Emma Roberts is better. I don't even think it's Emma Roberts acting.
Yeah,
it's the choice of movies she's in, right? Like I never say she's a bad actress.
Right.
Celine Dion, I'm sorry, okay,
well,
but
she's a singer.
I mean, I guess that's how you get movies. You have to produce it, right?
Well, and then so they end up making up because he writes a love story piece that's supposed to be about Celine, but it's not. He like ties it in with her. It's honestly, it's kind of romantic-ish. It's okay. And then he's like, meet me at this place.
Yeah, and they go
to the wrong places.
Well, I was thinking Opera House, where they first met. Yeah. That's where she went. The idiot guy goes to the place where they danced.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, you should have been more specific.
Yeah.
But once again, they were throwing a little bit more realism into this.
Sure.
Where they're clearly not, like they're not on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
I
mean, in that part I did kind of like. It makes it more, realistic.
Yeah.
So what did you rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, so I kind of told you before, like I was thinking 4. I might go down to a 3.
See, I was going to rate it as a 3 because, and normally I love this kind of movie, but there was something about this one that I just couldn't get with. It was so cheesy. And most of the acting was bad. And honestly, even the chemistry between the two sisters, not good. And Priyanka has an accent. The sister doesn't. Like, that was weird to me, too. It was bizarre. The best part was Nick Jonas and Celine.
Nick Jonas was the best part. Celine was not the best part. Celine was the worst part.
But I loved her.
The movie, I mean, the acting by him, the main character was, main character was not good in the beginning. There was and you never really felt the love between her and her boyfriend. It happened too fast. Yeah. So you never felt bad for her. I mean, I guess you can feel bad just like in a general sense. Yeah, sure. But not like you were involved into their character because it was like,
it was so fast.
We're going to throw in the first 1 minute, like within 60 seconds, we're going to have the guy show up. Yeah. They're going to kiss. He's going to give her Skittles and then he's going to get hit by a car.
Right.
And then
true.
You're supposed to feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And I just didn't.
You were like, doesn't do it for me, sorry.
And then the guy, like his acting when he was watching the basketball game was terrible. Mm-hmm. And then his acting in the beginning was bad. There was some cute parts like when she called him and he answered the phone, yo, because he didn't know how to, he was like caught off guard. He didn't know what to do. So he was like, yo. And then everything he said was just so off. Yeah. And she still was like, hey, let's go out on that date, even though he was like making a complete fool of himself.
That's because women just make exceptions.
I guess.
Clearly it happened to me.
I mean, he was so much more smooth at the opera house, but then when she calls, it's like he forgot how to be smoother, I guess.
I mean, that's true.
They try to throw in the fact that he got heartbroken, but his thing, I didn't feel anything for either. I mean, I'm like, you just really never connected with the characters.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the side characters were a little bit better.
Yeah. So
okay, so
I wouldn't watch it.
That's the movie.
If anyone wants theaters,
yes, and if anyone wants Deb's Amazon Prime login, I'll send that out so that we get the $15 worth of viewers.
But yeah,
Deb's gonna watch this like, what the hell?
But yeah, I mean, the other thing too, for this to be in the theaters, that's terrible.
It tanked pretty bad. Yeah. It did. Which was sad because I feel like we've lost, people aren't really writing romantic comedies anymore. Like the genre has kind of died, and that sucks.
I think it's just that everyone's trying to get content out so fast, nobody cares anymore. Yeah. I mean, it's really come down to that. So.
Well, the next week we're going to be reviewing, drum roll please.
I don't know.
Yikes.
Yeah. You're asking me to do a drum roll? I wasn't prepared. I could have told me before the show.
Oh, yeah. And then you would have had a drum solo ready.
Are you going to do it or not?
I feel like that was worse. It's Maybe I Do. It's another Emma Roberts movie.
Yay.
But this one also has Richard Gere. It has Susan Sarandon. It has Diane Keaton. I'm just
going to say this right now. Any movie that has to litter it with stars is usually a bad movie.
I'm so glad that he's going into it with an open mind.
And it has Emma Roberts, and we all know how she picks them.
Is your mouth calmed down since your hot sauce?
Sure.
No. So you want to go again?
I'll be honest with you. It didn't even bother me.
Yeah.
I was putting on a show for the fans.
Sure.
They were like, oh, Dave's going to be hot. It's going to ruin his life. And I wanted to give it when they wanted.
Oh, sure.
If I was just like, this is nothing. They were like, oh, he's not even eating real hot sauce.
You're a man of the people.
I'm an actor.
Emma Roberts, call him.
Yeah. Maybe I could write you a better movie.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, you've been listening to You're Making This Difficult. I'm Beck.
I'm Dave.
Tune in next week. Why'd you say that so fast? You're like, it was a race against who?
Goodbye. This is Dave.
And this is Beck.
From the Dave and Beck Show.
Beck and Dave.
You're Making This Difficult.
Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Make sure that you don't miss a beat and follow us on all social medias.
Yes, please. That's Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube.
The YouTube.
You don't have to say the, Dave. Subscribe.
And please subscribe. Yes. I was going to say that. That was my line. But thanks. Thanks for chipping in a little there, Becca.
God, you make this difficult. Subscribe.